Hey guys, so this is a little tutorial on how to use Edpuzzle. It's a little bit of a recap from the PD that we did today, but if you weren't there, this will help. So you're going to first sign up. You can use your Google account. Once you have an account, you'll go to log in. You'll tell them that you're a teacher, and you can sign in with Google. Once you open it up, it automatically opens to your content. So I have content. If you don't have content, you can just go to the home here. The first thing you'll want to do is add classes. So at the very top here, there are 3 options. Go to My Classes. And on the left here, you won't have anything, but you can say Add New Class. It's really basic. You just enter a class name. If you want to put a description, you can. This is classic versus open. I don't know the difference. I just use classic. In order to invite students into your class, the way I do it is over here on the right side, I go to invite students. There's a code, so if you want to give it to them like live on the Zoom meeting, you can, or throw it in the chat. Or what I do is I copy the link here, and then I post that link on Schoology as like a homework assignment the first day or two, and just say go to Edpuzzle and create an account and log into my class. Once you have students in your class, we don't have any students yet, so I don't have any in my class, but you'll see these 3 things here. Students is here. You'll have a list of all your students. This is really helpful because sometimes students will log in with 2 different accounts, like their St. Francis one and their personal account, and you'll have 2 by the same name. You can manage that. You can delete their account if you want to. So make sure that you really only want to have 1 account for each student so that you can really make sure you're tracking if they're watching the videos or not. You can lock your classroom so that no other students can get in. Sometimes students will like ask their friend for the link, and if they're in a different period, they'll be in the wrong period of class, which makes it hard for grading for you. So once all your students are in, you can lock it. Then adding content to your class. So you'll go to content up here at the right. And you have a few options here. You can go to any of these websites. You can also just search content. So like if you're doing a video on fractions or something, you can search. There's already things on Edpuzzle. There's some on YouTube. You'll notice that some of these have these little bubbles here, which means that there are 5 questions or notes embedded in this video. When you click on it, you'll see where they are, like the timestamp of where those questions are. And you can edit anyone else's video that you want to. So if you click on edit over there on the right, then they have the multiple choice questions and you can change them or move them or whatever you want to do. You can also cut the video, you can do a voiceover, or you can even add more questions to it. The other option, let me go back here, for adding content is, so a lot of us will make our own lecture videos and upload them to YouTube. So you can go to YouTube and search anything you want. What I normally do is have my YouTube open with the URL copied, and I just copy the URL in here, and then it finds the video that I created. Once you've used and assigned a video, then it will populate in my content. So it'll save it there for future classes or future years. I know Emily says that she will add content here. If you go to my content, you can add content here, which means you can upload a video, you can create a video, anything like that. You can make folders. So this is my content. Mine is organized in folders. So once you open these up, you can see the different videos. If I want to assign one, I can either click the video and then go down here and click assign, and then you can pick however many classes you want. You also have the option to assign to 1 student manually, but since we don't have students, this is grayed out right now. You can click the start day, you can click the due date, the time, hit save, and then just hit assign. And then that will take you here. You can share the assignment. So in order to get the links to the students, you have 2 options. On Schoology, what I do is I just post like the general edpuzzle.com link to the main page of their Schoology at the top. So my students know, like when I say go to Edpuzzle and watch a video, they just click on that and it'll take them straight to Edpuzzle. The other option, which is a little more work for you, is to just go to an assignment, create an assignment, and when you create it, you can link, okay, this is taking forever, but over here you'll go share assignment and you can copy the link, and then in Edpuzzle you can link that, that video there, so that could work too. It's just that you're gonna have to do one for each class because the codes will be different. So it's a lot more clicking for you. I'd prefer to just make the students go to Edpuzzle and they'll see it there. So you can do that. Once you can also assign multiple videos. If you click, 3 of them, you can assign them, you can move them, things like that. Once you do assign content, if you go to My Classes, it'll show up here. For due assignments, if there's no due date, it'll show up under this folder. And then once, and this is how the students see it as well. They can just see their due assignments. You can see how many students have started it or worked on it. And then if you click on it, your students will populate here in this space, and it will show like a red bar if they've started it. It'll show like a fully green bar if they finish the video. So it'll show you their progress. It'll also show you when they last were watching it. And you can click on it to see the details of like how many times they watched it, if they repeated certain parts, things like that. So all that information's right here. You can edit the name of it to match, your learning targets, things like that. Yeah, so you can delete it. I've assigned this one twice. But yeah, the other thing that you want to make sure is that over here in the bar for the account, you want it to say Pro School, and you want to make sure that you're under St. Francis ST, not spelled out SAI, whatever. You don't want to spell that out because it won't be the Pro School one, which limits some of the things that you can do on here. But there's a video in Leslie's slides where it'll show you how to switch schools. So if that is an issue, you can deal with it there. I think that's sort of it. If there's any questions or whatever, you can email me. But you can also see, this is kind of fun, you can also see other teachers at our school and see their videos. So you can just go in, and so here's all, some of mine are here. But yeah, so you can go in and see other people's videos. You can just completely take a video and assign it to your class, even if it's not yours. You can copy it, you can edit it, you can share it, all kinds of good stuff. So that is your intro to Edpuzzle, and good luck.